Alright, so I'm here to talk about one more product. This one right here is Osmocote. I think they might have an organic thing out, but I wanted to go over the when and where you should use organic fertilizers and so forth. When you have plants indoors, or say you're doing a container garden, I highly recommend not to do organic, and there's reasons behind that. One is the smell, and two, it also seems to create an attraction for gnats and flies a lot quicker. And you know, I would reserve your organic stuff for your yard and garden. Whereas when you're container gardening, now if you were growing vegetables in a container, I would say go ahead with the best fertilizer, organic style that you can. But do realize that if you have that in your home and so forth, it's going to have some smells, possibly some gnats and so forth with it. Now, not saying you can't get those things also with the this style of fertilizer, but it's just more convenient in a closed garden situation. And the fact that it has the slow release, you have to tend to your plants less often, and if you're doing a hanging basket, I recommend something similar to this product. Now, one thing I will say, when I fertilize my fruit trees and a couple other things you might want to look at, right now I use Job's citrus for my fruit trees. I tried it once and it works wonderful, but most times if I'm fertilizing the garden, I will go for a tomato fertilizer, because tomato fertilizer usually has calcium in it. Most other fertilizers do not have calcium in it, and it might be something that you have to back up with some cow mag or some bone meal and those type of things. But something to think about when you're purchasing your fertilizers. I hope anything I said is informative, and like I said, this is not best policy for everybody. This is what works for me. I'm extremely experienced in the container gardening. You know, not so much. I'm learning a little bit more about the Florida landscape, so until I know what for sure what I'm doing, I'm not going to recommend anything in the ground. I'm more going to focus on container gardening for the moment, and later on we'll work on other landscaping. My passion really is in landscaping and fruit trees, and having more useful plants become ornamental of sorts, and yet be able to feed the people. So hopefully I'll have more of that type of stuff in the future. Please subscribe and have a good day.